hello everyone. Good morning Twitch, good morning YouTube. That's right, I'm normally on this side of the screen when we do on. How is everyone today? Are y'all doing well? Hi folks. No, Boyshin, you don't have to give me money. But thank you. Today we have to kind of figure out how to do a Minecraft skin. So in the past, like, I remember you could use, like, websites for it. Let me grab my drawing tablet. Hello, good morning. Congrats on first. I'm gonna call you Adri. And I'm probably not going to actively stick to that. Goodness me. Where did I place my drawing tablet pen is the next question. Surely it's somewhere on the table. Here we go. Oh, please, thank you for the... Again, y'all really don't have to give me money, but I appreciate it. Hello, Mino. How are y'all today? So... in order to properly make a Minecraft skin, opens up the drawing tablet, but in order to properly make a Minecraft skin, we have to boil down my design to the basics. I guess we also have to decide, like, you know, I'm assuming we're going with the base outfit. I think that's pretty straightforward. I don't think you can get the pigtails into Minecraft, but we can work with them. Hello, Nemesis. We are yapping a little early today. This is true. I used to actually stream a lot earlier than this on weekends, but I've been pretty busy, all things considered. Hello, Tommy. Welcome on in. How are y'all, chat? How are y'all doing today? We have to boil down our design to, like, the basics. So I think a good way to do that is really quick. You're probably wondering, Sam, what are you doing? I'm taking a screenshot. I recently learned that you can take screenshots. Let me take a couple. Uh-oh. Now we've taken all screenshots. You're probably wondering, Sam, what purpose do these screenshots serve? Wonderful question. Did I not save the second one? Well, okay. Looks like we've at least saved the first one, so... the purpose of these screenshots is, like, you know, we gotta take the design, we gotta break it down. So before we actually start working on the Minecraft skin, you know, we have a reference sheet, which allows us to isolate individual colors. And like, we could use the reference sheet, or we could just do it live off the model, because why not, you know? Trust the process, chat. Trust the process. Yeah, I can take screenshots in VTube Studio. So like, this is just an actual PNG. I learned this recently, actually. I'm honestly surprised. I had no idea until recent. I look a little bit more expressive than usual. So I do have silver hair, but it's more like a... It's not like a straight white, if that makes sense. Knowing my shirt's also a slightly different color, but we'll go with like this silvery color. Simply gift a sub instead. Ocean goodness. Oh, Blockin, how are you? Hello, on. Oh, that's actually a cute one. Is that a little swing? That one's cute. You're practicing driving moving cones. I didn't realize that, like, moving cones was a thing that you could physically drive. Like, do you mean driving around moving cones, or do you mean are these like smart cones that like move on like a little track? Like, this is the street, and now they have traffic cones that people can like remotely. Can you like remotely operate traffic cones now? Is this like a new job? It's got like little wheels, you know? This is a new job, chat, and like, I suppose like an antenna. This is a new job. Is the new job like directing traffic cones? If so, I'm kind of impressed that this is like a new job. And we have the hat. I think that's a pretty, like, decent breakdown of the colors we need to work with. I suppose the next question is, like, what is the best thing we can use to make a Minecraft skin? I think that's a very important question. I'm going to hide the traffic cone, but it amused me, so I'm going to actually save them. I suppose to the all-knowing internet, chat. The all-knowing internet will surely provide us with the proper answers. see. They have Minecraft skin editor website. I suppose that might be a good place to start. This website does have a lot of plans. That might be a good place to start. What do you think of the regular internet page? Oh, Bella, how are you? Welcome in. Like, okay, so this one is coming up. I'm gonna get this to fit on this. Oh my gosh, they're telling us to focus on. Gotta crop this out a little bit. So let's go like 400 on the left. Yes, put it on good. Let's say about 350 on the right. Alright, we're pretty on good at this. Shout out to the Minecraft skin editor website. So I guess we're just gonna go off of that one now. So a lot of these are like web browser type stuff. So there's an outer layer, and then there's the actual body. So I don't know when they added this, but like Minecraft has an outer layer to like their skins now, which I guess allow you to add more detail. I'm going to be pulling colors off of my actual model, which is why we pulled up the art program to the side to grab colors. Now we are going to... Basically, all digital colors have this thing called a hex code. And, or like a separate color code. We're gonna go with the hex code. I believe this should run off of hex code. Go off of the hex code. And we're gonna use that to like start coloring stuff in. Okay, the undo key is a separate key. This is not what I thought it did. I'm just going to refresh the page. I'm going to erase all this, and I'm just going to use the fill key. Well, we're learning how to use this. We're learning how to use this. Now, the thing about Minecraft is that skins are three-dimensional, so you have to also like paint multiple areas on the skin. Though in retrospect, maybe it's better if we don't fill in everything all at once, so I can see the proper barriers. So let's see. I think I like Minecraft skins where you can kind of see the hands. Like a white blob with a smiley face. I don't want to particularly. Oh my gosh, why wouldn't you? Actually, that might be unironically helpful. I take this back. Huh. How interesting. We're gonna figure out this process, chat. We're gonna figure out this process. Now, how do I make sure which side is the front and which side is the back? You know, we probably should have figured that out before we started drawing. I wanted this like a reset like view or something. Oh, Funa, welcome on in. Thank you for the stream, sweet. Okay, let's reset, chat. Let's reset. Let's reset so we can remember which side is the front. We haven't gone that far. We can use a try and true method. We'll probably do the legs last. So these two marks designate the front. And now we repeat that whole process all over. There's also websites and stuff where like... So the Minecraft skin, when it's applied and downloaded, I've seen them like as like a flat like surface. I think that this site has its benefits in terms of like, I do like being able to see it like three-dimensionally. I do also think that there's like legitimate... I don't think there's legitimate merit to being able to like see everything. Does it count that all as individual? Oh my gosh. Okay. We're just gonna have to... It's fine, we'll just erase it. Yeah, now we can clearly see which one is the front and which one is the back. Which I think will come very much in handy, chat. So, Minecraft skins have an outer layer. We can use that to add additional detail later. And probably like the bow and such, but we need to get like the actual like basics of the concept of our character in. I'm gonna grab the white that we're gonna use for the hair and for the clothes. And we're gonna get that dropped in here. So my shoulders do kind of peek out a bit. I think I'm actually gonna go one way down. On the white. Remember, we also have the teal. That's another thing to know. Oh, Pintin, welcome on. It's a little bit funky to have both the blush and the movement on the mouse click, or rather on the tablet click, but it's fine, it's fine. We'll figure it out, chat. Trust the process. I do kind of like that you can see a little bit more of the hand on this edge. I might try to replicate that on the other one. Alright. Let's see. So there's gonna be a little bit of a gap. Because I do have a belt, which I think is proper to kind of see underneath the cut of this shirt. I'm just gonna grab like a generic black. And use that as the belt. I'm gonna follow that belt color to the back side. Oh, Johnny, what's going on? And I'm going to start and go and grab the teal color we're gonna use. I might actually lighten up the teal a little bit from like the color that we pulled, just to make it seem more like visually interesting. Pull up a brighter teal. And that teal is going to be for our pants. Or our shorts. And that's also going to be for the little fringe you see up here. So we're just building out the base colors to map everything out first. And we can use the outer layer to add the tail and some other details. The other thing with Minecraft skins is like, so you can't see it right now because the body's just standing still. You have to also color the inside of the arm and stuff too. Because this is a three-dimensional object that like moves, so it's also something to keep in mind for later. How we get to do that on this, we'll find out. Never quite done it before, but you know, first time for everything, surely. We're going to take this same white to keep it consistent. We're going to use it for the shoes. We're just gonna do that all the way across. Now, we'll add the black for the socks later. Then we're gonna grab the teal. So I guess the next question is, do we want the fringe to be on the outer layer? I think we want the fringe to be on the base skin. Because there are some times where you don't see the outer layer of the skin. We can just double up on the fringe. Here's the problem with the fringe. The fringe goes over the arms. And that's not like a particularly bad thing, per se. But like, because it goes over the arms, this might be a little bit difficult to render. Hello, hello. Just heal up. How are you? Right, try trust the process, chat. We've never quite done this before, but we're working on it. We're gonna see how it goes. So then, whenever we feel like Minecraft, we'll have Minecraft skin ready. A 2 birds, 1 stone type activity. We're doing this together to learn the process. We're hanging out at the scene. And like, if it doesn't look good, chat, that's the best thing about art, is that you can always change it. But until then, trust the process. Trust the process. Okay, next, we need to grab the blue for my little center. Block bench? What is a block bench? I'm not like super versed with like Minecraft skin creating websites and resources, so I feel like there has to be a way to draw this more like eloquently. That's the other thing about like pixel art, is you do have to kind of like simplify a lot of stuff. And how you go about simplifying things is like an interesting process. No, that feels kind of funky. So we also have the power of the internet, chat, and why I bring that up is when you're unsure how to do things, you can always look at what other people are doing. And you can kind of try to get an idea of how people render things. So we're gonna like take a look-see at some of like these Minecraft skins with bows to see how people are rendering them. But this may give us a better idea on how to like properly render some of this stuff. So like, some of them are as simple as like, you see this one with like the 2 red dots? Like, some of them are as simple as that, for like a tiny bow. Oh, it's caking. This one is a little bit more fancy. It has the... it has like 3 pixels making little dots and combining together to make a bow. I wonder if we can find one that looks similar to the bow that's sitting on my little thing. We can also use this to like look at the proportions of certain like a certain outfit. It gives us a better idea how to render things. And like adding all the little fancy textures and details, we can do that later. We kind of just need to get an idea of how we want things to be set up. And how people are rendering stuff. So this one has ribbons where the ribbons go straight down. This one kind of has that front fold. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if y'all can see that really well. But this kind of has that front bow thing going on. So I'm going to try to recreate this. I'm gonna hop back over to the skin editor website. We're gonna see if we can get like that similar kind of energy going on. So I'm gonna backtrack actually. Start doing this all. It's start fresh, you know, chat, start fresh. Start fresh with a renewed and invigorated concept. I think I do want to like keep that little straight. Kind of give the impression that it's sloping. Otherwise, it just looks like a straight band all the way across. So, I'm gonna grab the color for the blue and then we are going to use that to plot out where we want this to go. So, looking at the other things that have happened, we have options of like it just going straight down. Which I noticed a really interesting tool is that if I go Control Shift, it shifts down the color by like a certain rate. Which I kind of appreciate. Because that allows me to add some like depth to the ribbon. Color-wise. So maybe something like that. You do have to kind of exaggerate sometimes some of the details with the skin chat. To get it to like kind of properly, what's the word? To kind of get it to properly render out. If that makes sense. Well, I'm hoping that that kind of makes the short look like a little short a little bit. kind of the beauty of like pixel art is sometimes you can kind of just do whatever, and it'll look visually interesting. So trust the process, chat. Trust the process. Then we're gonna go one color deeper. And another color deeper after. Probably a little too deep. Probably a little bit too deep. We're gonna go back to one of the lighter colors. To fill this in. I'm just doing this based on the vibes. If it looks good, chat, it looks good. If it doesn't, oh well, boom. You know. Hello, Fluky. Welcome on again. You know, chat. Trust the process. Trust the process. So now that we've I don't know how like save the like this. I might like download it just to like save all progress. And then we can continue on. So now that we distinguished the font from the back by adding our little font thing, I can finally fill in the legs. The antennae will be crucial. I don't know how we're going to do the antennae, actually. I didn't think that far. How are you, killer? It's been a little bit. Things are going pretty well, Fluky. I hope things are going well for you. Just having a chill day of art. Not too crazy. I'm not sure how we're gonna do the antennae. We're gonna have to figure that one out. Filling in some of these gaps might be a little bit difficult. Did I change my eyes? No, my eyes have always been like this. We did have a model update, so if we're looking a little bit crispier than usual, that might be why. Because we did get a whole art update recently. But the eyes do look a little bit different. We're still with the same artist. So, that's why it looks very similar. Actually, I think we're gonna go for like one of the darker shades for the bottom of the shoes. I think that just makes sense. To me, that just makes sense. I don't know about you, chat, but to me, that makes sense. That seems very logical to me. I'm gonna start filling in the shoulders. And we'll get to the legs in a little bit. So I have this little, I don't know if you can see it. I have this little thing. It's kind of like a, this short, tube thing I got going underneath my outer layer. And then I have my two little belts that I have on my shoulders. We're gonna get those in too. When doing that might be a little bit of a challenge, but it's fine, chat, it's fine. Trust the pluses. Uh-oh. Let's see. Hello, Louise. Hello, Miku. How are you? Welcome on in Miku Raid. Hello, Raiders. Welcome on in. If y'all don't know me, the name's Santon Salieri. Sansui, for short. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Mask, the One Piece TCG. I'm a world competitor for clogging Quadrilestros, and today we're working on a Minecraft skin. Thank you so much for the height, Wade. Hi, folks. How are you? It's kind of early in the morning, so I haven't done a lot of yapping and speaking. Sandia, thank you for the 3 months. Yeah, go check out this duelist. And/or streamer. I am on early. Is this Balacho? Unfortunately, this is not Balacho. You've missed me. I haven't really gone anywhere, Maurice. We're making a TV? Is that what y'all did on stream? I'm making a Minecraft skin. You're playing your favorite deck after hitting Master 5 and ended up yapping the whole stream instead. That was like... interesting. When it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks, I'm best known for playing Tindangle. Are the plans to do some Minecraft videos soon? Potentially? This all hinges on all of us. So, I don't really play a lot of Minecraft. Like, I have in the past, I have like the basic concepts of like... I know how to make a crafting table. And I can probably Google recipes online. But there's not zero chance that me and all of us might be doing some Minecraft related activity. So I wanted to have this ready just in case. Not the advertisement. I want to have this ready just in case. Do I know how to make a pickaxe? Surely. Surely I still know how to make a pickaxe. Surely. Yeah, thank you for the hype queen. You want to do a black rose deck? Yeah, I saw some people cooking with like black rose and cool tune. Gosh, who was it? I think it was Maguro. I saw Maguro. Yeah. I saw Maguro on Twitter saying they were doing some black rose stuff with cool tune. And I was like, oh, so that's what the East is up to right now. Surely we know how to make a pickaxe, chat. Surely. So we're working on that right now. Which is this is Vibe Space. I've never made like I've never really made like a detailed Minecraft skin before. So we're just trusting the process on this one. Surely it won't steer us in the wrong direction. Surely this will turn out. Have a little thing going on, so that's what that is. Once you know how to do that, the rest of the game is easy. Wonderful. You saw a Momo Massive video doing a black rose guide, and you can do this pattern with Crimson Dragon and Simple Rumble. Yeah, we were looking at the legendary 5D decks in paper a little bit earlier in the week, actually. Just the other night. Now the real question is, I have these straps on my shoulders. Do we put them on the arms or do we put them on the shoulders? It's like we can put them here, we can put them here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one on each shoulder. Like, wait, that's both on the arm. Never mind. Okay, that answers my question. We've answered our own question. I love when we answer our own questions. You'd say torso. Probably it makes more sense to put it on the torso. I just don't know if we can like fit it properly. Like, I don't know if it looks too cluttered if we put it right underneath the head. Let's do one arm without and one arm with, and then we can compare, you know? I might even like whiten it for like the sake of just for the sake of seeing how it looks. That's still on the arm. That's not on the torso. I'm such a bozo. Okay, run it back. Well, that's the thing is it might have to be on the arm. Maybe, because it's supposed to go over the arm. Unless, okay, so say we keep the strap there, right? Say we keep the strap there. Okay. Do I think Tendangos have unreleased quads in the manga? I don't think they do, but I've never read the manga, so I can't say for certain. I cannot confirm nor deny. So chat, just by looking this head on, do y'all prefer the left side or the right side? Do y'all prefer the like one gap distance of like the skin pixel? Or do you prefer the 2 gap distance? Has Dragon Nails gone up? It probably has. We haven't checked it in a little bit because I've been so busy preparing for the World Championship. We unfortunately did not do as well as I hoped. Surely next year I won't leave my entire deck home. Going 4-3 while cobbling together cards is still pretty darn good, chat. I think saying that I'm the 36th best player in the world is pretty darn good. I wish I could have placed higher. I don't really play TCP, so I don't think I can use Dragon Nails. I don't know. The more I look at it, the more I prefer it on the arm, I think. We can leave that undecided for now and focus on other parts. I think that's the plan. I think when in doubt, chat. Just trust the process and continue. Continue moving forward, chat. We'll come back to it later. And hopefully when things are more arranged. Pass our judgments. I think that looks pretty good. I don't disagree that the effect seems helpful. It's just one of those things where it's like, you know. Hi, thank you for the vote, please. Thank you for the high 20. But yeah, so this follow-up to today is Minecraft stuff. AKA nothing to actually do with the game, and everything to do with making. Might go reference other skins to see how people do like the hands and how they do the hair and stuff. And like here's the thing, it's like there's a bunch of different styles too. Like some are a lot more detailed than others. We were looking at how they do bows. So I do like this style of bow, and I think we're gonna use this style of bow for the arms. But we can do that in the overlay of the skin. I don't know if they're like how do I describe this? Actually, okay, I know exactly how to describe this. Let's hop back to the art program. So I'll explain what these straps are. So I have on my torso, right? On the Sand Sally torso. So first off, we have my little underlayer thing. which is this part right here. So this is like a separate top. This is a top that I wear underneath. Then we have the top layer that has the fringe. And we also have it connect to the sleeves. This whole like top thing from here all the way around is a top layer that's secured by the straps. So all the way around, this can't hang on to my body without the straps. Like, it physically looks like this from the front and the back. So how it hangs on to the body is it has the straps. If that makes any sense. So that's the physics on the top. So I suppose it's kind of like overalls, but the problem is like the bottom is open. So it's kind of hard to explain. He moved over to YouTube for lack of ads. No problem, Killer. Pretty much. It's not like a jacket. It's kind of like a... Like, girls wear a lot of, what's it called? Girls wear a lot of strapless tops, but this is a strap top. I couldn't quite explain it any better than, like... I'm trying to, like... I'm trying to think of something I can use to explain this. That isn't clothes. I wouldn't say that it's unique. So I have seen clothes like this, like, before in real life. So it is kind of unique. So on my actual model that you see here, the straps sit closer to my actual torso. You can see it. Like, where the, you can see where the arms meet my body. I suppose we can zoom in on it. Y'all can see on the zoom, right? Y'all can see on the zoom that these are more on my torso. But I think if we're trying to simplify this, right? For the pixel style and all that. We're trying to simplify this for the pixel style. I think it might make more sense for it to go over the arm. Because I have really slim shoulders. But in Minecraft, you can't like really... That's a little... You can't really do that in Minecraft with the slim shoulders. So that's why I'm thinking, because there's like a little bit of gap between the straps, my little underlayer, and we have the shoulders going on. That's why I might just relegate it to the edge of the shoulders, because that's like also a real fashion style. Is you have the straps more over the, like, the shoulders. Closer to the shoulders. I suppose like the only like concerns would be like the stability, but we don't need to worry about like the physics of my clothing in a video game, so it should be fine all things considered. Good chat, welcome back from out. So with that in mind, like I'm probably going to like stew on it still to think about exactly what I want to do. Exactly how I want to render it. But with that in mind, I think as we stew on that, that's like kind of the physics on the strap. I think from the back side it looks proper to put it on. We still haven't even done the like collar for the back side either. digress. Trust the process, chat. Trust the process. The next thing is I have my 1A symmetrical sock, which I think I'm going to just like drop in right now. There is a little bit of a gap. So... not sure if we want a lot or a little bit of a gap. And I might just leave the other sock like this. Because that is kind of how my shoes physically kind of work on the front. So it's like a little bit of dip. And like, because this is really simplified, I can kind of pick and choose what kind of details I want to preserve. So it doesn't have to entirely be like one for one to the model, per se. I do think for sure. I do want the stripes. Luckily, the socks aren't too complicated. So I should be able to just, like, do this with no problem. And then... I'm gonna go back to this because... I do have, like, a top line to the stripe on this sock. I say that's all in all like pretty accurate. Not really sure how to do shoes. Oh, we'll figure it out, chat. Trust the process. I'm adding some details on the legs. I'm not sure how it will look like. It's all on experimentation. All on experimentation. It might look a little bit funky till everything comes together. We also haven't even started on the head yet, but it's fine. It's fine. Trying to color in the hands right now. Now, when it comes to Minecraft hands, I have seen like a couple different like ways people do the texturing for it. So we might go try to replicate that. But, you know, for now we're in like 14 minutes in. I think we're actually doing pretty darn good. I'm going to download this again because I don't see like a save button. So, downloading this at this point is going to be like my equivalent of pressing the save button. I don't know if I like that actually. I think I'm going to forgo adding anything to the arm for now. Other than that, like, little tickle. For now. I do think you could, like, add this shadow, I suppose. You could, I suppose, add the shadow. I don't know how much that helps. I suppose it adds something. I'm not entirely sure where to start with on this, but again, we can get some ideas. We can get some ideas. I've seen a lot of different styles of Minecraft eyes. I think I'm a fan of the style that goes like... It's like a 2x2, where the inner is the color and the outer is white. I'm kind of a fan of those. I don't care too much about like trying to add eyelashes. Style is pretty straightforward. Looks like it's one in on each side. So, one in on each side, and is it one or two up? Might be... Might only be one. I might go two up, we'll have to see. Tons of eye color, we'll go. Oh, cool, cool. Sometimes you can go even 3 up, but I think that might be a little bit overkill. I don't know how great that looks without, like, hair in detail, but... Again, chat, trust the process. I think there has to be at least 2 pixels between the eyes. Otherwise, it looks like 3 pixels. I have kind of the side bang thing going on. So I think I'm going to have the hair kind of open. Probably wondering why I'm putting a little bit of skin on the side. The reason being is because, like... My hair does, like, a... My hair gets pulled back for, like, ponytail. And that kind of stuff. So there was a little bit of, like, the skin showing, though. We'll make edits to that. We'll make edits to that. We might have to move the eyes down, like, one layer. We'll see. Just because we still have to fit in a decent amount of detail with the hair. So I'm not sure how we're going to do the hair clips. That might have to be like an overlay thing. Not entirely sure how I feel about it, but yeah. But again, chat, we just gotta trust the process. Trust the process. Let it all happen. think we're making good progress. Maybe we do have to move the eyes down. Maybe not. What happens if we just extend the eyes? What if we go like extremely? Does that look strange? It might look strange. I think there's a, like an acute appeal to that. Yeah, I think there's something. I'm not like opposed to it. I don't think it's the greatest thing ever, but I don't think it looks bad. I think it's coming together. We're going to download again. Again, that's like essentially our version of saving. I suppose let's go look at some of these like other things. Like what else do they do to add into this? Like minor variation in the color grading. Like regular pixel art fashion. I might do that. Change things up a little bit, you know, chat. We had different clothes. I don't know if we're gonna do that, but thank you for the suggestion, though. Trust the process, chat. Just trust the process. Clearly something like that. Clearly something like that. That's interesting enough. Variation, I suppose. Something like that, I guess. I don't know if anyone's going to like see those details, but I suppose I know the idea. And I suppose that that's important enough to make some adjustments. I can't even tell that that's there, so I'm not gonna do that. Oh, hello, you fella. Come on in. I'm working on a Minecraft skin today. I don't know if I would say that, you know. I will say that it has been a little bit since I've seen a Yubel cat on there. I think I'll say that for sure. Hope this looks alright. We're kind of just all over the place with this. I hope it's a good old. Not really sure what much else we can do with the shoes, really. I think I'll call that good enough on the shoes. Work has been tiring all week. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, at least it's the weekend. I hope that you get a little bit of a reprieve on the weekend. Yes, now we have to kind of decide what we're doing with this friends. And I think I do kind of like the gap more than I do like it being super close, so I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope that kind of makes sense because it's like in the shadows. I hope that makes sense. I would hope. I wonder if I should like should have used these slightly differently. So I think I should go. Oh, that'll be. I'm adding some variation to the skin tone. It's like very subtle, but I hope that it's enough to like kind of make a difference visually. It might seem a little... I think it has like a pop that misses everything. I think. So I think we download as a save button. This might be the proper finish. To our base. So there's an outer layer. We gotta do a couple important things on this outer layer. We gotta grab lobster and add our lobster. And then we gotta add our bows. Lobster is very important, so like clearly it has to be viewable on the front. Not really sure how we're going to render the lobster, so I think I'm just gonna put like a red blob there, and then we're gonna just do some erasing. I think that's going to be lobster. I think that's going to be lobster. Yeah, I think that's lobster. I think that's the best we're going to get with that one. So initially I wanted to do the bows like this. The problem is I don't think we can afford to do that. I think we just have to do the two-tie style bow for the sake of the window. I think that is a pretty accurate representation of bows. Maybe a little bit too many bows. But that's fine. I think that's kind of proper. I don't think we have bows in the house. Now, on this outer layer, we also have to fit tail. And I think like a second layer on the fringe, maybe? Maybe. Not entirely sure if I want to commit to that. But potentially an entire extra layer on fringe. I have a belt. so... I think that's going to be the window on the belt. And I think that's pretty darn good, all things considered. We have the lobster and the balls. We do have to do tail. The problem with tail is I don't know how we're going to make tail. Because it's going to be like split amongst the legs. And that might look kind of awkward. But it's also not true to model without tail, so... I suppose we deal. I also just remembered that, like, our hair has pink accents, so we might need to fit that in somewhere. But I think we can do that when we're, like, layering the actual hair. Well, we'll get to that part later. Gotta figure out tail. Okay, that looks not amazing, but I suppose I'm the fat one with tail. The alternative is we can have tail go like one way. As opposed to all the way down. But all the way down makes the most sense. Let's do tail kind of like this. Oh, it's just so exciting. Thank you for the hype. Let's do tail kind of like this. My tail's actually blue towards the top, but I went with the pink first just to make it stand out more. And sometimes the pink is like more proper overall. It's because it does stand out. So I feel like that's how I would probably win the tail. I don't know if that's like particularly great. I suppose that's tail. I suppose. I do think if we can, I would like to do the top part of the shirt is green. I also have to still figure out here. I guess the antennae could be like a flat thing on the top of the head. Perhaps. I also have a hat. That's assuming if we're going with the hat. Could go for like the ponytail thing, which I think might be like the actual play. Just go for the ponytail. Perhaps. Unsure if that's popular. It's not like we can do pigtails. So, this might be the best to do. I might take this opportunity to have the proper like accent. I don't know if that looks good. I suppose trust the process, and if it looks bad, we can erase it. I think I liked that without the accents on it. Let me download this. We might just have to deal with that. We might just have to deal. I'm not even sure if you can really tell that those are intended to be Hindi. But we can't do the hair clips now, so... We might have to forego the hair clips. Maybe. We could do it like this, I suppose. Don't see how well that translates. I think the two side clips translate fine. I think it's the front facing clips. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have a little bit of a problem with it. So now I'm deciding to do little fringe. I'm keeping it kind of spotty because I want to make sure I can match it with the colors underneath. I think this like additional layer will add like a nice little variation. The detail. I guess also bumping up this track a layer higher too. It's like repeating the same thing, but not entirely. The straps are coming on. I think there's some logic to them. some logic. Yeah. There's a Chandra by me. Chandra's been here the whole time. He's our good friend. Don't mind dragging Chandra. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. There's no tuners other than Chandra. And there's no non-tuners either. It's just Chandra. No non-tuners and no tuners nearby. We'll be fine. I think I'm going to like look up Minecraft ponytail to see how people do a Minecraft ponytail. That's not exactly what I was thinking of, but I suppose in their defense, it is kind of something difficult to render. It's a little bit closer to what I was thinking of, but I guess you can't see the top of the hair. That is something we have to keep in mind when working on this. You can't normally see the top of the hair. So I may have to actually bring down where the like the spongy is. You can't normally see the top of it now. I don't even know if you can tell that's intended to be a scrunchie, to be honest. I suppose at this point though, chat. Not like they really know, you know? So, muted the mic for a second to hack out some fun. Usually there's always a Hydra nearby. This might be true. Which are you going to add? I don't know if this like looks cute or not. I might have to cover up the like skin patches by the edge of the hair. I think that looks a little bit better. In tandem with the outer layer, which again, the tail, people are just gonna have to like deal with the tail. I think it's like minor enough that no one's going to really like say anything. We could try to revisit the hair clips right now. Yeah, it looks dumb. I don't think we can get the hair clips in. Unless it's like a single bar like this. But that doesn't like accurately really represent the hair clips. We could try doing that, which isn't terrible. we have the boet on like the side. I don't know if like the front one is going to be something we can easily fit in. I think we're just going to have to accept that. We're gonna have to accept that that's just not convenient. I don't think anyone knows this is supposed to be in the movie. I do have like little hair things that jut out, so we could put that on this side. We could include my little hair things. No one will really know what it's supposed to be, but I'll know what it's supposed to be. Maybe I'll not do that with the rest of it. Just so that the ponytail stands out more. I'm not even sure how this like manifests, like looking at it in the game, but we'll figure it out. Oh, meaty. Welcome on in. I'm learning the secrets behind doing Minecraft skin. I don't know if we're executing it well, but, you know, it's the first time for everything. I'm unsure if, like, we need to really do the full outer layer, or if we can just get away with this. I might add a little bit to the top so it doesn't look like my bangs are just going there. Trust the process, chat. Trust the process. This point though, this might be as good as we get it, all things considered. Because again, chat, it's not like we can really get the pigtails in, so the ponytail might just have to be the way. Wait, I think that might be everything. The antennae are like a little random, but it's not like there's a lot of physics you can get with Minecraft. You know, chat? Turn off the outer layer. I think the inner layer is looking alright. I think it could probably be better, but considering that we don't know what we're doing while making Minecraft skins, I think we take this. And with the bow and the little outer strap, I think that's pretty darn reasonable. So here's the thing, chat. Okay, so this tool makes it so that it is even on all the sides. So there's one additional layer of Minecraft stuff that I don't know if we can get to or not. Okay, here we go. I know this looks deranged, but so there's an inside. There's an inside that we also have to color. So let's color the inside. Like, we don't need to put too much detail into it. So like all of the limbs have an inside that needs to be colored. And although this isn't like the proper physics of my outfit, I'm just trying to keep it consistent to what we have. So that when the skin moves, it doesn't look weird, you know? So you don't have to do anything too crazy. But even just like a little bit goes a long way. And we'll try to get a similar style of that onto the other one. I guess we can have both on at the same time, so I can kind of emulate it. close enough. And they're not gonna be paying that much attention. It should be fine. But in spite of it all, we do want to kind of keep it a little consistent. If we can help it. So we're gonna do that. We are going to. Like, since these spots are going to be seen as much, you don't have to be as super detailed on this side of mountain, but... You know, just a little bit. Like, you won't see some of these details, chat. It may come up. And it may be the... Gotta do the rest of the leg now. Which shouldn't be too bad, all things considered. Should be pretty straightforward. This all in with the team. I have some of our shading colors and shit. Fairly productive chat. Fairly productive chat. We will probably wrap up once we finish this. Alright. I think that might just be it. Oh, I'll download this. And let's see. How do I update? Let's see. Change skin. There we go. Let me upload a file. And then I can go ahead and I'm going to open Minecraft to check to see if the skin has gone blue. You can check to see how it looks. I think there's also websites you can use to like view it, but for me I feel like it's easier if I just open the application. Let me see. Let me see if I can get it on the screen. So it's gonna load the terrain for a new world, do the Minecraft thing, and we're gonna see if the skin wins. Huh. I guess it did. I'm very bad at viewing Minecraft stuff, so I suppose maybe let's get out of this forest. You can see your character in the inventory. I don't know how well the antennae happen to, like, translate. You can't always see the top of your head when you're playing Minecraft. You see what I'm talking about with the tail, where the tail, like, looks split between the legs. I don't know, does that look weird, chat? Like, the tail being split between the two legs. Is that strange? I know you can't hear Minecraft, but you don't need to. Minecraft is so loud, holy. Hello. I don't know if y'all have strong opinions. I'm just trying to see how this looks in-game. I think you can kind of tell the intent. I think it's just... It's kind of odd to see me without pigtails, I suppose. I think the rest of the skin is a moderate success. I think it's just, like, really the hair. It's affecting a lot of the translation. I think the lobster came through. I mean, I suppose if you're watching through the regular POV of Minecraft, you're not going to see the skin very often. From my POV. I guess it just matters if we're playing with anyone. I mean, I think all things considered, this is like pretty darn accurate. Are those leaves falling from the tree? Minecraft has gotten so fancy. Holy. The tail split is a bit odd. Yeah, I wish we had twin tails. I think the font is looking very strong. Also, hello. How are you? I think the font is looking very strong. Yeah, the lighting physics in Minecraft is insane. I think the font is looking strong. I think the anime eyes turned out a lot better than I thought they would. The sides don't look like terrible, because like that's just what it's intended to look like. I think the straps turned out the way that I wanted them to. I think you can kind of tell that like they were intended to be something. I do think that we made a good call with the little fringe, making it 3D. I think that does add to it a little bit. We could remove the tail. That is also another option. It's like we could just straight up remove the tail. I'm aware that's like one of our identifying features. But like the tail's in the topmost layer, so it's not like we edited the legs. We could just straight up take off the tail. That is an option. I might take it off because it's just looking a little funky. Yeah, really quick. Let's quit to the title. Because I think we need to close Minecraft, update the skin. Let's pop on here. Let's go back to the outer layer. Let's erase the tail and see how that looks. I might like it more if we erase the tail. Like, it might not make a difference, but it might just make a difference, you know? So let me actually go to the download, and let me name this one No Tail. And let me go to upload skin. Now let's relaunch Minecraft. Hello, Redux. How are you? I know the tail is like relatively important, but like it might just be better without the tail. How are you? And it could be what we already had a world loaded in. Thoughts and opinions? Is it better without the tail? Maybe it really doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't matter. I feel like when we're standing, the tail looks fine. I think when we're walking, the tail looked a little funky. Without it? I don't know. Does it look empty without the tail? Like, does our back look too plain? I feel like it I don't know, it might not matter. I might just be like overthinking it. Yeah, the movement is the only problem with the tail, chat. Which, like, either we either full send on the tail or we don't, you know? I think from the back, the tail makes us look more visually interesting, but... I'll maybe sleep on it, maybe get a couple of opinions, perhaps. Because, like, we have both versions now, like, with and without the tail. Now I'm just inspecting everything to see how it looks. I think the antennae could perhaps use improvement, but I don't even know how you like translate antennas. Like, how would you even begin to translate an antenna? I think we have to just accept that, like, if people ask, it's all antennae. I think with no real skill in like translating Minecraft skins, this is pretty good for like a first non-professional attempt. I think we nailed the like random pixel spotting blocks. Maybe we could have tried to like push the color differentiation a little bit more between the hair and like the clothes, maybe? But I don't think it's like the end of the world, you know, chat. I think the straps turned out fine. I think the overlayer, like you can kind of see the fringe. Like intending to look a little bit more 3D. I think the lobster turned out really well, all things considered. I think the hair turned out alright. I guess we can't very much see the sides all too well. You can kind of see it when I'm in the inventory. I think the head could potentially use improvement. I think the body turned out pretty spot on. It's just, again, if we care about the tail or not. I feel like I might just keep the tail. Because it looks a little bit random. Like, not a little bit random. Yeah, I wish there was a way to, like, get the pigtails in. Or, like, make the ponytail seem a little bit more... Make the ponytail seem a little bit more, you know... I think we have to close the client to get the skin reset. I just reset and updated the skin on the website. We apparently own a pancake cape. I didn't know that was a thing. Run it back one more time. I think we keep the tail, and even though it looks a little bit funky when we run, I think we just keep it for sake of, like, it looks more visually interesting. I think that is my... I think that's maybe the decider one. I don't know. I don't know if it looks more visually interesting, actually. I think it's just like our left leg is kind of plain. Like, it really only affects the back. So do I want people to know that, like, can you even tell that that's supposed to be a tail? I guess is the next question. Cool. Maybe if I had left it all pink. I think if I went by the rule that, like, if you draw a Sand Sally as a chibi, you might as well just make the tail all pink. That may have translated better. We may just forego the tail. Like, it's extremely minor, and we're the only ones who know about the tail. So, otherwise, it is kind of just random. I'm not really sure if there's anything we can do to make up for that. I think we just accept that we're probably gonna have to roll without it. Like, the more that I look about it, it's like, I only know that it's the tail. Because it's supposed to be there, you know? You know what I mean, chat? Like, only I know the tail is supposed to be there. I think if you just compare the two, like, as is, I think it's better without the tail. Because it just makes more sense when you're looking at it. So I think we're locking in no tail. Let me head and re-upload the no tail. The, like, mapping for how the skin looks actually is kind of cool. If you look at, like, this, so this is what the skin looks like when you lay it out. If you look at the mapping for the skin, you can see the antennae and the hair fringe actually really well. Like, right here. Like, when laid flat out, the hair and the antennae make a lot of sense. You can even see, like, the little ponytail. Cool. When it all comes together, I suppose it is what it is. I don't think we're gonna get very much else. I don't think we're gonna get very much else in terms of, like, there's just things that you can't really add to Minecraft skins. So we're just gonna have to accept that that's how it is. I think with no real deep knowledge of like the pixel art and Minecrafting, I think we did pretty darn good. I'd like to say we did pretty darn good. Right. A little bit longer of a stream than intended. But I'm glad that we finished and accomplished what we set out to do. We'll see what kind of Minecraft content we come up with, but now we have this ready for if and when we do Minecraft content. Sometimes I just like to be prepared. Let me find if I can find someone to send you all to. I'm sure someone is live. I'm gonna send you to Jeff. Send you over to Little. I'm gonna send you all to Jeff. Thank you all for hanging out and joining me for this slightly earlier in the day stream. We might have a second stream tonight, no guarantees, but I do want to make up for the lack of stream during the midday. So we might have a second stream later tonight. Don't hold me to it, but potentially keep the potential open. So, I hope you'll have a nice rest of your day. Whatever. I'll see you when I see you. Do take care of yourselves. Congrats to the Minecraft skin for us. Send little bro Jeff all over as he plays through some. I believe he's doing a Yu-Gi-Oh speedrun, so. We will definitely be doing a return to Yu-Gi-Oh this week. There is a lot of new stuff with Cool Toon coming to Mexico, so we're gonna check that out. It has been fun to do a lot of variety, though. We have a lot of tasks we did for this. A reminder that the pre-orders is still open for the token, and I will try to get more official announcements for that this week. Better quality video. I don't have a good raid message for Jeff, so just say hi to him. So do take care of yourselves, and just remember, you're following my thoughts, wonder, and read. Bye bye, folks. Thanks for coming on YouTube.